Everybody. I am happy to share this opportunity with you. My name is Terry Derrig, and I'm the Apprenticeship, Internship, and Worksite Learning Coordinator for the Renton School District. Little housekeeping. We would ask that you put your microphones on mute during the presentations. Please ask your questions in chat, and we will answer them at the appropriate time, either after a speaker speaks or at the very end. And then at the very end, we will definitely have a call for additional questions.
Great. Well, welcome. We're going to be talking about a nursing pathway career launch program tonight with Providence, and you're going to meet a whole bunch of different Providence professionals that are here to talk with you today. And so we're very excited to explain what this program is going to be. And Terry, if you want to go to the next slide. So this is a program that was built in partnership. And so you will see people tonight from Providence, from Renton School District, from Renton Technical College, and from Washington Alliance for Better Schools. And these four entities came together to build an opportunity that's basically a fast track into a certified nursing assistant at Providence Marionwood. We're going to talk about what that involves, and then hopefully that whole program leads to becoming a registered nurse, but with the support and backing of an employer the entire time. So we're excited to describe those parts of the program to you. Next slide, Terry. So tonight you're going to hear a lot of different presenters. Chelsea Good is from our Renton Technical College. You already met Terry. Val, Maricourt, and Mark, who you see on there, are all Providence professionals that are excited and ready to talk with you about this opportunity. And then Shireen, that's me. I'm talking right now. So we're going to start off by just talking really quickly about what is a career launch program. There are lots of different ways that we prepare to go into a career. So in some cases, we go to college and we get a 4-year degree or a 2-year degree, and then we walk out and we try to get people to hire us based off of that degree. In some cases, we earn a certificate, also from maybe a college, and we do the same thing. We say, hey, I've learned these skills and I want to get a job based on this certificate that I've earned. And in some cases, there's an apprenticeship model where an employer hires us and we actually learn a skill like an electrician while we're with that employer, and we take some classes, and through the years we move up until we are a master at whatever skill that we're trying to learn. A career launch program that we're presenting to you tonight is kind of a combination of some of these. You're going to have some time where you learn directly from the employer, which is Providence, and you learn while you're working on site, from seeing and job shadowing and being able to see what all the different jobs are and how they work together, getting to know the company. So there'll be learning that happens on the work site. And then you're also going to be earning some certificates and some options from the college. So actually taking college courses. And by taking and being successful in those college courses and also learning while you're on site, you are getting launched into a career with the employer Providence and having all of these people that are here tonight supporting the group of students and the cohorts that go through this program. Next slide. So I think we're going to pass that over to some of our Providence professionals. I'm not sure who's speaking next, so I'll let you all take it from here.
Val is going to be presenting for us.
And thank you, Mark. That's Mark Proven. And Maricourt Lim is also on. She's the administrator. But my name is Valerie Andel. I'm the director of nursing at Providence Marionwood. So thank you, everybody, for coming. Before I speak, I just want to say that the last year's cohort that went through, it really probably is one of the most rewarding things I've done in my career. It was a wonderful experience. So I'm so excited for this upcoming year and the new students that are coming in. And so I'm here to talk to you just a little bit about, what is a career as a nurse in healthcare? And of course, everybody has this image that nursing is, I'm a nurse in a hospital, but really only about 61% of the nurses out of the 30 million nursing jobs that are out there are in a hospital setting. And going forward, more and more, we need a stronger nursing workforce in that post-acute setting, that home health type setting. So vitally important that we start these programs, get young people interested and enrolled and get going. Being a nurse, there's diverse opportunities. There's multiple career paths you can take. I will sort of cover a career ladder in a little bit and give you an example of some of those. But, there's hospital, there's education, there's travel nursing, there's nursing of all kinds. And so there's a plethora of opportunities when you become a nurse. It is, for me, I can speak from experience, it's been an extremely rewarding career path I have chosen. It's very well respected. I know you probably hear lots in the news nowadays, but it really is a very well respected career. And I'm so grateful I chose it. I'm also really super grateful I chose to join the Providence team, because that last little caveat there says many opportunities for growth throughout your career. That is true. And it's exceptionally available in the Providence system. They absolutely value your professional growth, your personal growth. And so, that's a huge part of this program, what we want to offer and demonstrate to you that we have those opportunities for you within our Providence organization. Next slide, please. Okay, so this is a slide that breaks down what home and community care is. So I'm sure that you've heard of Providence. There's the hospital side and there's the home and community care side, which is where the skilled nursing and assisted living live. It's basically broken down into these three arms that you can see listed here: the long-term or the longitudinal care side, and that makes up our skilled nursing and our assisted living. We have the restorative side, which is really focused on the home health care and the restorative plans of increasing people's functional level. So that's a broad category there. We also have the palliative side, the care through the end of life. And that is obviously our hospice and palliative care that really provide a service that is, it's just absolutely exceptional to help those folks at the end of their life. So what we're talking about with this program, it will be in that long-term care side, the skilled nursing and rehabilitation side in our ministries. As you can see across the top there, it's just a quick breakdown of how many caregivers and volunteers are employed through the home and community care setting. So again, it just goes to show there's tremendous amount of opportunity in our home and community care setting. Next slide. So we are a faith-based organization. Again, you do not have to have our same Catholic teachings. We love and respect diversity. We do absolutely live by our core values of compassion, dignity, justice, and excellence, including and integrity. We ask that, that's how we guide our care. That is our mission, to care for these patients with these core values. And so, and I can speak from experience that of our 150 employees at Marionwood, I would say that we all truly take this to heart, these 5 core values, and we live it, we work it every single day. It is very, very important to us. And you will see that in our care when you come to our program. Next slide. Okay, so now about the paid internship experience. I'm sure that you probably have lots of questions, and this is just a quick overview. Again, we'll have maybe time for some additional questions and answers at the end, but it is a 6-week paid internship program at Providence Marionwood, and we are located in Issaquah. It is 40 hours a week. Again, we say 40 hours a week. There's a specific amount of hours that you have to cover to get the credits that you need. We are very flexible. I will say that we are very flexible. If you have something that comes up in the week and maybe you have a function that you need to go to, or maybe you needed to go offsite and do something, we are very flexible with that 40 hours. We will help you get that and make those hours that you need. So our start date will be summer of 2022. We don't have the exact date yet, but we will have that shortly. I'm going to guess it's probably going to be about the first or second week of July, just like we did last year. And so how the program works is that once we select the students, they will be brought into the ministry. We will expose them to multiple different roles within healthcare. So clearly the focus is nursing. It's CNA work and nursing, but we also want everybody to understand that there's a variety of pathways in healthcare. That can be physical therapy, that can be dietary, that can be admissions or activities. So we have a variety of roles that you get to experience. We will pair you with leadership experiences as well. So there will be a day where you will shadow with me, you'll shadow with AmeriCorps. During your rotations in your different disciplines, you'll be assigned to experienced preceptors. And I will tell you, we have some phenomenal caregivers in their respective disciplines. Some of our physical therapists and occupational therapists are just top notch. And then what you'll see is you'll understand the potential for growth and opportunities in the healthcare field. Again, the focus will be mostly nursing, but we want you to have this experience, a global experience of healthcare. So that is our goal. So the next slide, please. All right, so here's the nursing career ladder. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you my career ladder. It's very similar to this. So I started long ago. I was actually a Providence volunteer at Providence in Everett, and I was very young. And then I decided I would go to school. So you can see there where it says this CNA, I got my MA certificate, which is very similar. It's a very similar work experience. So I got my medical assistant / CNA license, and I worked while I was in nursing school. I graduated nursing school. I got my associate's degree initially from Everett Community College. I began working at Harborview Medical Center. And in that time while I was there, I have been a long time ER nurse there. And I was introduced to many doctors that are all associate professors at the University of Washington. I got involved with teaching. I had other opportunities open to me to participate in industry, meaning large medical corporations. In that time, I went on to finish my BSN and I got my master's as well. So as I worked in the emergency room, I had the opportunity to do other types of nursing as well, which included working in the operating room, working in education, and again, working, like I said, in big industry. Again, like I said, I went on to get my master's degree while I was working and having all those variety of experiences. And it came a time where I really was looking to go into an area of nursing that I had not been in before. And so I came to the Providence organization a couple of years ago, and I was hired in as a manager. And then I have advanced to the director at Providence in Marionwood. And so that's my brief, my career ladder. What I will say is that we have right now our regional director of nursing. Her name is Rachel Erickson. She started in the Providence organization as a CNA, and she worked her way through these steps of this ladder. And now she is our regional director of nursing. It is a classic example of what Providence does. They want to promote from within. They want to really support that professional or an educational growth along with your personal growth. So I think Rachel is a very, very prime example of what the Providence organization has to offer. Next slide, please.
Okay, I think that's me, right?
Hey, Shireen, can I just say real quick, this is Mark, and as Val was saying along the ladder or trajectory there for nursing, our goal in Providence is to help you financially to get there with little cost or no cost. So the goal is to get you to the RN level where it's not something that you spend a lot of money and have to take tons of student loans. So just want to make sure we're clear on that. That's the goal of this program.
Shireen, I'd like to say something before we move on. Students, I would like you to go to the virtual career fairs. If you do not know what that is, you can go to your Career Center website, under that going to upcoming opportunities and under the virtual career fairs. One of the Fridays in September this last year is a release of group of healthcare videos. And Valerie is one of the videos. Please take a look at that because she describes CNA to nursing pathway. And again, she will go over her pathway to her successful career.
Terry. So also, I'm going to add to what Mark said. Not only are they willing to offer you something with very little debt or no debt at all, but it's also a very supported pathway where you are getting tutoring and having preceptors, which are like mentors or teachers in healthcare. You have so much support through this program. You're not out there on your own. So that is another reason we're really trying to get people in through this doorway. So to be eligible for this program, you need to be a junior right now. Now, if you're on this call and you're not a junior in the Renton School District, that doesn't mean that you can't go on this pathway because once again, I'm waiting for Mark to pop in and say, Shireen, wait, one more thing. Providence wants you to work with them and they will find other pathways for you. So if you're a senior right now on the call or a sophomore, um, there are ways that you can get in later on, or if you're a senior right now, there are ways that we can talk about. So please let us know if that is the case. But if you are a junior right now, you would be entering this program from Renton School District and you'll be doing it during your senior year. You need to be interested in being in a career launch program. So that means you're interested in learning. Val described to you what it will be like to be at the work site in the summertime. You need to be interested in doing that and taking college classes as your way to learn to be employed. So that leads to your career or employment versus just going to college and being out of college. So we want you to be interested in that model of career launch. And then you need to be ready to enter the workforce. Providence actually hires you right away as you get into this program, and you're paid for the time that you are there learning. Um, and and then you continue that employment right when you're done. So the expectation is that you are being hired, you're going into a career, and you're part of that workforce. I'm going to go to the next slide, Terry. So this is a lot of words, so I'm just going to tell you what exactly these steps are. So your first step will be to do this summer in 2022, just as Val described it. So you will go and you'll learn all about home and community care, all the different jobs that are there, as well as have a focus on nursing and get to know that. And that is this summer, and they'll be putting a start date out for sometime in July. Then after that, during your senior year, you will earn a CNA certificate. And right now, we're giving you that option to do that through Renton Technical College. They have a couple different options, but one of the ways you can do it is through a running start model. And Chelsea is here today from Renton Technical College to help you and talk that through. But that is going to be a part-time thing, so you would still be able to do part of your senior year at the high school. If you wanted to do full-time running start, you could start some of the other classes that we will be working on later as well. And that's an option to start some of that coursework. And you would, check that through and make sure you had all your graduation requirements and so on. So there's a running start model. Once you have graduated, you'll do another summer with Val and AmeriCorps at the site, more learning. For some of you, you will have earned your CNA certificate. You will have taken an exam for the state, and everything is paid for through this program. And then you'll be ready to work as a CNA if you're 18. So for some of you, you will start working as a CNA during the second summer. For some of you that aren't 18, you will still be working with a preceptor, still learning about nursing and home and community care, and you will still be paid as an employee until you turn 18. So you'll still be continuing to learn in the program while on worksite. Then the fourth step is to take about 40 credits of required courses that are required statewide that all people wanting to enter an RN program, a registered nurse program, need to take, and they need to do well on these. So the goal is for you to take these 40 credits at the college, and you'll be a college student with Renton Tech and you can continue working if you would like to. But we're also going to provide support so that you can be really successful in these classes. And they include some math classes around statistics, they include some science classes, biology, chemistry, and they are kind of that required coursework that you need. If you do well in these courses, you've earned your CNA certificate, you've had two successful summers, then you will be ready to, that is completing the program. So you've been successful in those pieces. You'll be ready to enter the Registered Nursing Associate Degree Program at RTC. And you will have earned enough points to be so highly competitive if you're successful in all of this that you will get into that program and be in a spot for that registered nurse program. And then once you're a registered nurse and you've completed that program, there's options for you to go from RN to the bachelor's of nursing degree through Providence. They have an online 1 year program and they will support you through that. So there's support all along the way for you to just keep working up the ladder. But the career launch part is I do a summer internship, I then earn my CNA certificate, I then do another summer, and then I start that 40 credits of coursework in order to be ready to enter into an RN program. Okay, I think I'm done with those steps unless anyone wants to add anything else in. Okay, I think this is Chelsea next.
Yes, awesome. Thank you. So I am Chelsea Good. I use she, her pronouns, and I am the academic and career counselor at Renton Technical College. I also manage our Running Start program at Renton Tech. So I will kind of be your support and your guide going through the Running Start process and actually signing up for your courses through Renton Technical College. So I just wanted to cover some of these questions, but first just give you kind of a brief description of Running Start if you're not familiar with Running Start. So Running Start is a dual credit program. And it is for 11th and 12th graders in high school. And it's an opportunity for you to earn both high school credit as well as college credit at the same time. And the credit that that college credit that you're earning is tuition free. So it's a huge cost savings for students and families. As Mark and Valerie were talking about earlier, this is a really great pathway and opportunity for you to really cut down on your debt and to potentially come out debt free from this program. And Running Start is kind of the first steps to do that. So you may already be enrolled in Running Start as an 11th grader, or you may just be learning about Running Start and getting into Running Start in your senior year. Either way is totally fine. So this particular certificate program, Shireen kind of spoke to this, but during your senior year as a Running Start student, you can choose to take some of the general education courses that are going to be those prerequisite classes for the nursing program. So that's going to be general biology, English 101, statistics, anatomy and physiology, all of those types of courses. And then in the spring of your senior year, in that spring quarter, that's when you're going to actually do the CNA program through Renton Technical College. And that would be 10 college credits that you're earning for the CNA program. And again, you're not having to pay for the tuition for those credits, which is an excellent benefit. Some of the other courses, like I mentioned, that you can take during that senior year would be those prerequisite courses, or you may still have high school graduation requirements that you need to complete. And you can either choose to stay at your high school and complete those, or if you want to get those done kind of in a faster way, you can do those through Running Start at Renton Technical College. So maybe you need another English credit, maybe you need a civics requirement. You could take those through Running Start as a senior and get those done very quickly. So then again, as Shireen mentioned, you would do that next internship the summer between senior year, after you graduate senior year, and then you would continue working on those prerequisite courses for our nursing program. And it's going to make you a very competitive applicant for our nursing program. There is a Running Start application process for you to complete. And again, I will serve as your guide for that. So you'll work both with Terry and myself, and then you'll also need to work with your high school counselor as well. And that's to fill out some of the paperwork that you need to do for Running Start. But again, we'll go through that together. And then I'm also going to put into the chat my contact information, as well as the link to the Running Start website for Renton Technical College. And we do have some upcoming virtual information sessions that you're welcome to come to if you just want to learn more about Running Start, and also about the application process at Renton Technical College. So I also wanted to speak to some of the supports that are available through Renton Tech. We have free tutoring, we have laptop and calculator and equipment loans, textbook loans, things like that. You can set up accommodations through our campus. So for example, you may have an IEP or a 504 plan that you use at your high school. We can set up similar accommodations through the college. So those are all available to you. We also have a free food pantry on campus. We have behavioral health counselors. So lots of different supports to help you be successful in this program and really support you in doing your best. And again, Providence is an excellent partner and they really want to see you succeed in this program. So again, I'll put my contact information and website in the chat feature. And you can also reach out to Terry as well, and she can get you connected with me if you have individual questions. And I think I'll pass it along, Terry.
Okay, so I will absolutely second what Chelsea said. We are absolutely here to support you. That is what we got skin in the game. We want you guys here. We're very excited for this. And again, like I said, it's been one of the most rewarding things I've done in my career. So I'm here. If you have questions, I'm happy to help. And our entire team at Providence here is here to help you. So how this happens, how you will apply, because to be very clear, once you're selected for this program, you will apply to Providence and become a Providence employee. And with that being said, we will keep you on as a per diem, so that when you go into your second year, you don't have to go through this process again. And then that way we can keep you engaged throughout the year. We can keep you involved in activities or Christmas programs and have you participate and continue that hands-on interaction with the staff and the residents. So how this will work is that you will work with your counselors to submit your application through Taleo. Okay, so for new students, you will have to answer a screening question that is specific to this program. I believe it's stated, are you a participant in the Renton Technical College career pathway? And you will say yes. If you inadvertently say no, it won't process your application. So you will go to that application site, you will select the appropriate position, and then when you're asked about that specific question, you will say, yes, you're part of the Renton Technical School, the Renton School District program. And then what will happen is a member of our talent acquisition team will reach out to you following your application process. We will be alerted to the people that have applied. So we will be able to alert our talent acquisition folks to be on the lookout for your names. So that will happen. Once that happens, I will be given the name of the potential applicants, and I will individually conduct your interview. It can be in person. You can come to the ministry, or we can do it over the phone, whatever works best for you, whatever your availability is. But I really feel like that's, I need to have that one-to-one conversation with you and just get an idea what your thoughts are on the program and where do you think we could go. And so it was really beneficial last year for me to call each person individually. Then once that happens, we will select the applicants. We are hoping to have 10 slots available for this program this year. And so once the participants have been selected by myself, I will personally call you and let you know, and then we will walk you through that onboarding process. We're always there available for you through the onboarding process. It can be a little, like there's a lot of moving parts to it. So make sure you have the needed paperwork ready so that it can expedite that through that pre-boarding process. And then after the pre-boarding process starts, we will have a selected date for a start time, and you will be notified of when that is. And the first day you will be at our ministry, and Mark will be there. Our CNO will be there. Maricor will be there. And we have orientation that first week. The first day is a lot of fun. It's really centered around getting to know one another and meeting our Marionwood leadership team. And so last year it was a great success. It was AmeriCorps came up with a great idea to play charades, and we kind of all looked at her, but it was wildly successful, and it really was a good icebreaker. So that would be the process. And again, if you have any questions going through this whole process, I'm available. AmeriCorps is available. Mark is available.
I think this one's me. So the online applications will open next week. We will be, we're updating the flyers and get that information out again, but it also will have a link on the webpage where you signed up for this session. Also, if you have friends who missed this session that would like more information, they will be able to view this video and the updated information. And you will also be submitting a resume. Remember that the Career Center specialists or Opportunity Center specialists are able to help you with your resume. I strongly suggest, again, the virtual career fair. The September 7th videos are all about resumes and interviewing. And again, if you don't know how to access those, go to your Career Center website, then upcoming opportunities, and then the virtual career fairs. So, make sure that you use any format that is professional. Of course, all your name and contact information, phone number and email address, your skills and your strengths. Remember all those CTE classes that you've taken. Your work and volunteer experience. As juniors, you should be well on your way of your volunteer requirements and honors and awards. And one more thing that I'd like to add is if you're part of sports, add that because you are working as a team member. And please don't wait to submit your resume at the last minute, and it needs to be in a PDF file. You will identify a counselor or a teacher for your letter of recommendation. Make sure that they have all the information, and don't wait until the last day to ask them for the letter of recommendation. Go tomorrow and talk to them and prepare so that they have time, because if you are all approaching the same counselor, they have to have time in order to do you justice. Okay, also, one thing that's exciting is that you will be able to earn worksite learning credit. And as a worksite learning student, you can earn 180 hours, earn a half a credit. And any additional hours that you earn, so let's say you work 240 hours during the summer, I carry it over into the next school year. So you can have another job or continue working with them and continuing earning additional credits. And worksite learning is a great way to provide opportunity to apply your academic proficiencies. And it's also a way to establish a clear connection. So the way you will do it is you obtain a worksite learning packet, depending on which school you attend. You may be able to get it in your Career or Opportunity Center, in the main office, or the counselors, or you can email me and I'll get it to you. I'm asking that you complete the student and employer section. Students are all highlighted in yellow. Parent sections, I'm not the employer. The parents are highlighted in blue and the employer will be highlighted in green. And I will go and work with Valerie to get all those signatures for the employer part. Then you will check your personal and school email to find out how to report your hours weekly. And I will also give you the information to sign up for Remind. And basically the Remind is to remind you to report your hours every week. I usually send a Remind out about 7 o'clock Sunday night, asking that you report your hours. your support staff for this. If you need resume development assistance, look at those videos, go to your career counselors, and they will help. For your running start assistance and enrollment, go to your high school counselor. Of course, myself, running start is Chelsea, Providence is Valerie, and Leslie. So all the information is here, and this slide deck will be on the website. Questions? You can either put them in the chat, or you can raise your hand. Well, if you find that you have questions later on, you can immediately contact me through my website or my email. And then if you don't, or if you know that you have a question for Chelsea or Valerie, go ahead and do that. Or if you don't know who to ask, just email it to me and I will make sure to connect you with the right person. And let me know if there's anything that I can do for you. And I appreciate you coming tonight. I appreciate all these wonderful career people that are helping this wonderful opportunity for you.